Belly Up Sports presents the 3rd and 10 podcast, your home for all things New York football Giants. Here are your hosts, Nathan Nguyen and Brian Germanaro. Take it away, fellas.
Hello. Welcome again to another episode of the 3rd and 10 podcast, season 3, episode 64. I'm your host, Nathan Nguyen, joined by my guy, Brian Germanaro. Brian, it's good to see you, my friend. It's Christmas week. I know you're excited, and I am as well, to spend time with our family, and we hope that you guys have a good time as well. This will be the only episode for the week, of course, because of the holiday. But then again, would you rather be here watching and listening to us, as much as we love you guys, or watch a boatload of football or basketball on Christmas? The latter is probably the choice here. But Brian, like I said, it's good to see you, my friend. How you doing?
I'm good. I'd like to wish everyone a happy Festivus who celebrates out there. Make sure you air your grievances to get your, things around the metal pole. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No idea whatsoever.
Seinfeld.
Holy fudge. Well, great start to the show when I don't understand any particular lines that Brian tells
strength.
me.
Yep, you gotta get through all of it. Got a lot of problems with you people, and now you're gonna hear about them.
Yep. Like I said, no freaking clue.
Seinfeld.
Actually, I'm not sure if it's Seinfeld too, but there's a TikTok going around, where it's like I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like what's it called? The people in the show are like, you don't like the Drake, or who's the Drake, or whatever.
Yes, that's Seinfeld too. Hate the Drake.
Yes, I love that. And then because I've seen like so many edits where it does it to where the video is about Drake May,
yeah.
But it starts with that particular scene.
Yeah.
So that's been definitely catchy. And of course, it's the video is being the music in the video is a Drake song, but it's. I don't know. I love those type of edits. TikTok editors definitely have a lot of time on their hands.
It's very funny to see where some of them go. Sometimes have some ball knowledge, like, oh my god, I can't believe that's where that's going,
Oh yes, of course, yeah. And all the twists and turns that these different editors do for their videos, it's definitely entertaining, and I appreciate their time and efforts because it doesn't go unnoticed. Like the work they put out there, sure, the likes and comments may not be there, but it's still good edits depending on who you're watching. But definitely enjoy those. What's it called? What else I've been seeing on TikTok? Just a lot of sports edits for me. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mostly just football, of course, with football being in season. Of course, actually, no, what I've been actually also seeing as well. The song "Never Be the Same" by Camila Cabello. That song's is played in these other edits I'm watching as well, where it's like, sub-5 quarterback trying to win the division, and then it's focusing on the NFC South, and the video starts with clips of Baker Mayfield, but then it changes to Bryce Young, because Bryce Young has been playing better than Baker Mayfield, and Bryce Young is a quarterback trying to win, or that is most likely going to win the NFC South, and of course is playing better than Baker Mayfield. If I find the videos, I'll send it to you, Brian.
Yeah.
But for those listening, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from or what the heck I'm talking about. But enough about TikTok. Honestly, there's so many other things that we could talk about today. That we would like to talk about more than the Giants and Vikings game, but we will have to get to that shortly, because that's what this podcast is for, to talk about our G-men. Even though they've lost 9 straight and they have won a game in 2 months, and it's depressing, and I hated watching the game because we had a chance to win once again and couldn't get the job done. So we'll dive into all of that. We'll dive into our Week 16 overreactions. Of course, our instant replay segment is what the actual term of the segment is. And then we'll end the show with Jeff McNeil and news there, as a former Met is headed out west. But we'll get to that later on in the show. Okay. Vikings 16. Giants 13. At least Brian Burns is a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, I guess.
I know, my friend. It's depressing, really. It really is. I knew the game was locally going to be off to a rough start when the opening kickoff by Ben Sauls, who, spoiler alert, did have a pretty okay game field goal wise, but when the opening kickoff went out of bounds, you could blame the wind all you want. But I was like, fudge, because I'm just so many things have gone wrong this year, right? Like we can't find a kicker. The whole quarterback situation in terms of like going from Wilson to Dart, who's played well, and then he gets hurt, and then Winston comes in for a couple games. We're still losing. Dart comes back. He's worse than he is, compared to what he was before the injury. Statistically worse. We know whose fault is that, but we'll obviously, of course, talk about that shortly. To injuries to our RB1, our receiver number one, like just so many different things going wrong for New York. And just Sunday was, another one of those games where it's frustrating to watch as a Giants fan because like it's right there. Like there was some good things, especially from the defensive side of the ball, but we just couldn't get the job done against a team that lost JJ McCarthy before halftime. Max Brosman came in, and we still fell.
We still had nothing. Like as soon as Brosman should win in that game, that should have been the Giants. Like, all right, we got this game. Let's go out there and win. Especially with the way Burns played and the defense played. But no, it's continuing. Kafka has just butchered this offense. It looks horrible under him, and the play calling makes absolutely no sense. Like, like you could blame Dart. Dart had a bad game. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and defend Dart, but how much of that bad game was on the play calling? Because you watch film and Dart gets the ball and he's wide open, but he's got 4 receivers running, a post route. It's like, what are we doing here, dude? What are we doing?
Yeah, no creativity whatsoever. Mike Kafka's play calling has gotten worse.
Yeah,
definitely.
But it was already a problem. Like, I don't understand why this is new. We knew Kafka's play calling was a problem to begin with. It's been a problem for, years now. And we kind of maybe took it like, oh, Dabo was being too hard on him and taking away from him. No, Dabo was 100% right taking the play calling away from Kafka. He's horrible at it, and it's not gotten better in 4 years. How is that possible?
Yeah, and there was some optimism, right? Or in my opinion, in terms of the play calling, because like when Dable was still head coach and Kafka was the OC, and that was his only job was to call plays as the OC. Things are pretty good, and whether that was whether that that included Dable like having his input when it came to offense.
Dable had an input because
yeah,
if Kafka was calling the plays, why is there been such a shift since Dable left?
I think it's just once again like it's protecting Dart, but there's a limit that he's past the limit of protecting Dart. Like he's limiting him to the point where he's stunning his development.
100%. 100%. This is really bad for Dart's development. What's going on right now?
Yeah, and I get it. Like the Vikings defense, hey, they're a top unit. They showed it once again on Sunday, with their disguises and their looks, and like I think they had honestly a couple more interceptions that they could have had, but they were drops and whatnot, because they were just that good and forcing Dart into different situations, or difficult situations. I think they blitzed them like 70% of the time on Sunday, which is insane. But unfortunately, Dart didn't really get to experience a lot of those looks like he should have, because we were protecting him from those by just running the ball down the Vikings' throats. And I do want to talk about that real quick. So we'll start with the offensive side of the ball as a whole, because the defense, we have a lot of positives in regards to them.
Yeah, the defense played fine. I mean, they're going up against McCarthy, who's not great, and then Bowser for most of the game. So it's not one you like. It's not performance like, oh, this is great. It's just like, all right, they play well against an offense they should have killed.
Yeah. So nothing really to complain about defense, but offensively, I mean, look, the Giants had a great first couple runs, start the game with Tyrone Tracy. He played pretty well in the game overall, but I don't know what the heck Kafka was thinking. That 16 straight plays to start the game without a pass completed.
It's not college, dude. It's not college. You could tell all you want that, like, the Vikings have a decent secondary. That's great. But if you're running the ball 16 straight times, Defenses will adjust, dude. They'll adjust to your play calling.
And my apologies. I said 16 plays without a completed pass. I meant to say 16 straight plays without a pass in general.
Yeah. Our first pass wasn't until like midway through the second quarter.
To be exact, it was a 2-minute warning.
Like that in a modern NFL offense, that cannot happen. Like even when Jason Garrett, who's running the freaking wing T from 1945, wasn't having us not throw a pass before, the 2-minute warning, and with a worse quarterback in Daniel Jones.
Quite a long time. In terms of Dart not, completing a pass or just throwing the ball in the first place. So look, no creativity whatsoever. And I really disliked it. And the pass that came with his first pass came with 12:03 left in the second quarter. Theo Johnson, it was incomplete. It was a RPO looking play.
Yeah.
Honestly, terribly designed.
I thought you talking about the one that went off Theo Johnson's hand, which maybe almost maybe almost write a letter to Fox being like, you're doing the NFL a disservice having Jonathan Vilma on Giants games because he does not know what's
wrong with him. Yeah, what's wrong with him, man? He's weird, dude. I don't know. I don't like him.
He's watched the Giants for 3 straight weeks and still has no clue what he's talking about. He said Darius Slayton doesn't drop passes. Darius Slayton famously has dropped passes his entire career. He talked about Jackson Dart needs to do a better job with ball placement. He hit Theo Johnson in the hands. Like, how much better does it have to be than that? He hit him in the hands, and Theo Johnson dropped the ball. That's just clear. I don't like Jackson Dart.
Like, do you want Dart to literally go up to the receiver and hand it to him?
Fox should be embarrassed with how Vilma's performed these last 3 weeks because it's pathetic how little he knows about the Giants.
I know. I don't like him. Kenny Albert's okay. He's okay.
Albert's fine. I have problems with Albert as the Rangers broadcaster just because Albert does a lot of national television with the NFL, and he does national games with the NHL too. So when you're watching like Rangers games on MSG and stuff, it doesn't feel like we don't like the local broadcast. Like when I turn on Gary, Keith, and Ron, those are my guys. Those don't feel like I'm watching it with fans. With Kenny, it feels like, all right, I'm watching a national broadcast of the Rangers. You don't have that like hometown local feel to the game when Albert's calling a play. Nothing against Albert. I think Albert's a great broadcaster. It's just he's a great national broadcaster, and you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he needs some time to like adjust and stuff.
Yeah,
but it just doesn't feel like localized to us.
Yeah, at this time it's not. Yeah. I get you. And for the Giants, their local, what would you call that local broadcast? Is it Bob Papa?
It's Bob Papa and Carl Banks on FAN.
I love Carl Banks, man. He's so freaking he's so straight up. He's so he will not hide how he feels.
He's a Giant. He's a Giant legend, and watching what the Giants have become is like a smirch on his legacy.
Him being so pissed at Deontay Banks is the funniest freaking thing.
But that's how it's stuff like that. That is how the fan base is feeling, and we want our announcers to feel that.
Yeah, it can't be just like, the Giants are gonna figure it out. Like, no, you got to speak the facts, and Carl Banks does an excellent job.
That's what makes Gary, Keith, and Ron so great. Is like, the Mets broadcast, but they kill the Mets more than anybody.
Yeah,
I remember the 2021. I want to say it was like the first home game with fans at Citi Field. I think it was opening day too, or like the first home game of the season. Michael Conforto took a ball which he clearly leaned in on and got hit by a pitch, and the Mets walked off. Keith and Ron were disgusted in the broadcast booth and basically said this is a win, but you should not feel happy if you're mad about this win. This is pathetic. Conforto should be called for a strike. They were beside themselves. And the Mets won the game. And you got the Mets broadcasters going they do not deserve this win. This is pathetic.
Hey, realism. They're being realistic. They're being critical, as they should. And we love those type of commentators. Critical as long as you know what you're talking about.
Vilma, Keith, they're wrong in that situation. It's if you watch the video, Conforto very clearly leaned into the pitch. Very clearly.
Yeah, well, if Vilma was calling that baseball game, if he knew anything about the Mets, he'd probably be like, "Oh, what a win by the Mets!" Blah blah blah.
Bro, know what a Met is.
Yeah. Hey, well, Sometimes not all former NFL players are meant to be commentators. He's an example.
Who said
for
it?
Sure.
Who said that?
He was an NFL commentator?
Cam Newton? Yeah.
For who?
Fox, ESPN. He's on First Take like every day. He's got an NFL podcast.
Oh, I don't mean like calling games and stuff.
Yeah. No, he's fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't call games. No, Cam Newton's just a moron.
His takes
it was a slap in the face, dude. Your shoulder's sawdust.
And hey, I'm just saying, Phillip Rivers last night. I know we're off topic, but Phillip Rivers, he was slinging it last night.
He balled out last night. Grandpa should be 2-0 right now if his defense could help him out a little bit.
From a betting perspective, there was I think both Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, the receiving lines were so low, but I think they exceeded
lines
it.
Were great last night. If you bet receivers, you were very happy, man. I was not one of those people.
I know. I was one of
I bet the under on the game. I'm like, all right. Because I figured, and we go back to Giants here in a second after this point.
Of course. Yeah,
I thought, I looked at the spread. I'm like, okay, the Niners defense is good. Kind of know what Phil Rivers is. He's going to get eaten alive back there. The Niners need to score like 20 points, and they got this game in the bag under.
Yeah. I can't bet like that in California, but I was thinking like, okay, Alec Pierce, like, dude's coming back from injury. Like, he's like the third option on the team. Like, why would he get 29 receiving yards? I checked my phone after the first quarter, and the dude already has 20. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? And Rivers was slinging it, and
Rivers did everything in his power to get the Colts to win that football game last night. And I tweeted out during the game. Imagine you time travel back to week 7, and you sat on this show in week 7 and said the Colts and the Buccaneers will not make the playoffs. You called an insane person.
100%.
But we're sitting here right now. The Colts were eliminated last night. And
they have a 0.8% chance.
Okay, they were eliminated last night. And the Buccaneers have an under 500 record and most likely will not make the playoffs.
That's the more shocking one for me.
And those were like the 2-1 seeds in the AFC and NFC in week 7.
And look at them now.
I wonder if that's ever happened. Like both 1 seeds at the midway point did not make the playoffs.
The NFL is an 18-game. As you try to look that up, the NFL is an 18-game regular season, and just because you're in first place 1 week does not mean you're there for long. That's what they say. Any given Sunday, when it comes to the NFL, man. And with Tampa, that team has shocked me the most. I didn't think they were going to fall this much or this far down to the point where the Panthers now are in the lead for the NFC South.
Yeah,
I'm not complaining.
Google said nothing on it.
Gosh damn it! Come on, Google.
It is a very hard stat, and you really need to go into it and look.
True.
I don't think that's something that Google search can do. That's something where you actually have to sit down and
Chat
look
GPT.
Screw AI. No AI.
Damn, really? What's up with you and AI? What's going on?
You ever watch Terminator?
Come on, man. It'll help with information. It helps you in my notes sometimes.
Yeah, I don't use AI. I'm in a fight against AI right now in fantasy championships. I'm fighting for America and humanity this weekend. So in fantasy on Fantasy Live with the Belly Up Fantasy League, we do that show. I'm in the finals against Hector Flores. So it's football against football. Because Hector does a lot of great stuff. If you're a soccer fan, please go check him out. He does great work over there. But so it's American football against international football. So I'm fighting for America, and then we are partnered with Rotobot AI, and we've been doing a competition to beat the bot. I've beaten the bot 5 times. So we do all right, which wide receiver is going to win the week? I've won 5 times. The robots also won 5 times, so we're tied, and it's coming down to which player will score the most points. Is it going to be Bryce Young? Or is it going to be Justin Herbert? I picked Herbert. The robot picked Bryce Young. So if I win, I beat the bot. If I lose, the bot beat us.
The most total yards,
most fantasy points. Whichever quarterback scores most fantasy points this week, because both of them are I have both of them on the roster, And it's like, which one is the smarter play? Herbert, who's got me there, but going against Houston, or Bryce Young, who has an easier matchup, but is not as consistent as Justin Herbert is.
Damn, Panthers. So Bryce Young has Seattle.
Yeah.
At home, at least.
Yeah, it's an easier. It's not an easy matchup, but like Herbert's going against Houston. That's
a debacle. Choosing between one or the other.
I know. So I went Herbert. I'm like, Herbert's got me here. I'm not deviating now.
Yeah, I think the bots got you low key because that Texas defense is absolutely ridiculous. I hope I'm wrong for your sake. But my goodness. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, so I'm fighting for America and
fighting for
humanity.
Humanity.
Yeah.
For democracy. Sorry, I know that's unrelated, but I was thinking about the HellDivers.
HellDivers. Super Earth.
Super Earth. Haven't played it in quite some time, but it was enjoyable getting to play with friends.
I gotta hop back on it.
Yeah. I hate the bugs, man. But anyways,
but they're so easy. You just
they are, but I hate them. They're
like,
but they just
They don't fight. If you just stay far enough away, they ain't touching you.
Yeah, but they come out of nowhere. Like I'll be fighting one bug, and all of a sudden I'll get attacked from the back. Pause.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, and then I
Yeah, well, that's when you die back. You throw a star gem down, and no more bugs.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not that advanced, nor am I that good at HellDivers. So usually I'm dead if that happens to me. But it's okay because I have friends that revive me or save me, whatever the case may be. But I digress.
Solo missions like I do. I liberate towns on my own.
I don't play on my own.
I'm a loner.
I get scared. Stuff. Hell no, I get scared. I need my my buddies with me if I'm gonna go save Super Earth. But God, see, look, we're having so much fun talking about other stuff instead of the damn Giants. Gosh,
I did talk about this because we preview every single show. Like
I know.
I previewed the show beforehand on Fantasy Live, and I said last night, I'm like, well, we're going to talk about the Giants, but we're probably just going to talk about something else because the Giants suck.
You are spot on. That seems like what we're doing today. And if anything, we'll make the Giants point quick. I mean, you mentioned the drop passes. As we're going back to the game here. Drop passes galore. Honestly, Wandell Robinson's drop on 2nd and 10 with 3:47 left in the first half. That bothered me because it was literally right there. If he just secured it.
Well, Dart's got a lot of those. A lot of times hitting guys and he's hitting receivers right in the hands.
Hitting in stride. And then they freaking just either drop it or defender goes, boom, and swats it out. The latter happening to Wandell. But honestly, that's a catchable ball. Theo Johnson's. I don't know how you not hold on to that football. It was literally right there in your hands.
We got to address tight end because we got to bring in somebody in the offseason.
Hey, I'm just saying. I know we're trading down, but Kenyon Sadiq, good sir.
No, I want a veteran. I rather a proven. Okay. I want a proven come up because I still believe in Theo Johnson. I still do. I think we can figure out the catch problems. It's his second year in the league, right? Second or third?
Yeah, but how do you... Okay.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. The drops are a problem. That's why I want to bring in an established veteran. So, okay, Theo, this is your last chance. Okay. If not, Noah Fant is taking your job.
How do you fix drops? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a mental thing.
Yeah, but there's so many games where he's been phenomenal or good, and then
I know, but if it's one of those things where you could do great, but there's some people with the mindset, and I have Zach mindset. You do one mess, you mess up one thing, and it's the thing that sticks with you the rest of the day. So, he could be 5 for 4, 4 for 5 with 60 yards, but that fifth was a drop in the end zone for a touchdown that would have won the game. That will stick out way more than the 4 catches you had for 60 yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't want to seem like I hate Theo Johnson. Like, the man has the size. He has shown flashes of being a nice, solid red zone target for Jackson Dart. That has been evident, of course, during the early parts of the season.
Oh, yeah.
When Dart was targeting him early and often in the red zone, I should say. Unfortunately, that has not been the case anymore. Like I said, play calling by Kafka, dog shit. But
bye Kafka. Way to I didn't really think he had a realistic shot at head coaching job to begin with because I thought we just clean.
He definitely doesn't.
He doesn't anymore. Like when we hired his interim, like, all right, there's probably maybe a 5% chance this dude can save his job because hey, he did have a lot of hype around him. Maybe we are just missing something. We're not missing anything with this guy. This guy sucks.
He just cusses a lot, like we saw in the scene on Hard Knocks.
Yeah, but like even that, it's like, dude, really?
You know, he is. He's trying to be a fake tough guy. You know, he reminds me of, and I don't mean to take this idea or make this idea mine because I saw it from a tweet. Joe Judge.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he is basically Joe Judge.
Like, dude, you're a loser. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the personality, and you nailed it because Joe Judge didn't have the locker room. It's very clear Kafka does not have this locker room. That tough guy only works if the team's behind you. Team's not behind you, they think you're a loser.
Yeah, for those who watched the Hard Knocks in season that's going on right now with the NFC East,
I have given up on it. I watched one episode and I'm like, I'm done.
I did not even think there's just so many things that have been depressing where it's like, why would I watch this because the Giants?
Why do I want to watch this more? I just watched the Notre Dame one.
Yeah, which is more entertaining.
Oh,
God, yeah. I know it's not gonna happen, but if we pay him. And don't we pay the school money too?
You have to pay the school money, yeah. Buyout.
If we can just poach him out of Notre Dame.
Listen, I love Marcus Freeman. Do not get me wrong. I think I would make him Notre Dame coach for life. And I said this even when like he wasn't coaching like the Giants or anything. I've said about when he was rumored for the Bear job. I don't know how well his personality fits an NFL locker room. It fits college well, but that type of like leadership and motivation doesn't work with the NFL because we've kind of seen like it doesn't always translate great.
Yeah, and that's fair, right? Because like some college coaches aren't meant to like take it to the next level.
Yeah. And there's nothing.
That's okay.
We can sit here and say Saban's probably a top 5 football coach of all time. Saban sucks in the NFL. There's no question. There's no question about it. Saban was awful.
Did not do well when he was in Miami. No, sir.
Yeah.
Now, would I like to give Freeman a shot? 100%. I think a bunch of Giants fans would be on board.
Freeman's the head coach. I will buy into being for Marcus Freeman as my head coach. I saw he did Notre Dame. I have concerns about watching Marcus Freeman every single Saturday. I have concerns about if that can translate to Sunday.
Yes, I get you. And at the end of the day, it's more than likely he's still going to be Notre Dame's head coach by next college football season.
That's what I understand. He's not going anywhere, guys. He's not. He's like Penn State's called. The only job he will leave Notre Dame for is Ohio State. If Ohio State for some reason fired Ryan Day, called Marcus Freeman's like, do you want to coach here? He would say yes in a heartbeat. It's his alma mater. It makes total sense.
Fair enough. True. Oh, I did not know that actually.
Yeah, he's an Ohio State grad. He went to Ohio State in college. Yeah, but like that's one thing. Like, yeah, do you, dude? Makes sense.
Yeah, it's Ohio State. Like Notre Dame's great, but that is one that. No, I'm not saying Notre Dame isn't, but Ohio State is a premier college.
No, but Ohio State and Notre Dame are like historically at the same level. Right now, Ohio State's higher than Notre Dame.
They do.
That's simple.
Yes, sir. I think with New York, with the Giants, it's just like, just please don't settle. Like, don't settle for like Mike McCarthy because he has a resume of
and that's winning. What they did with Joe Judge too. Let's all be. They settled with Joe Judge because it was Matt Rule was the first choice. And there was definitely, I think actually it was McCarthy and Matt Rule were the two choices they wanted, and then they didn't. And then Rule went to Carolina, McCarthy went to Dallas. So they're like, I guess we just go Joe Judge.
Yeah, and we know how that went. I forgot how I felt when we hired Joe Judge. Like
I was confused because I didn't know who he was, and I'm like, man, this is a nobody. Why are we getting him? And then after his first press conference, I'm like, I am all in on Joe Judge.
Yeah, like we want to run through a brick wall for this.
I will run through a brick wall for this man, and that man sucked.
Yeah, so that motivation to run through a brick wall no longer there.
I still wanted to run through a brick wall, but it's for other reasons.
But I will say, we can thank him for helping develop Jackson Dart when he was at Ole Miss. We can say that. Doesn't mean we should bring him back by any means necessary, but by any means. But we thank him for his service as the QB's coach. I think no. I think it was QB's coach.
He's an offensive advisor, is what he is.
Well, he did an excellent job
That
advising
makes
the
me,
offense.
he's like one of the lowest people on that totem pole.
As he should be, because he is not equipped to be an OC.
It's very funny because it was between because he almost got the Mississippi State job.
Well, then well, Mississippi State's a bunch of dumbasses from what I know. So let's be honest.
They're not. Yeah, they're horrible. They're terrible.
Yeah,
but I think Joe Judge Joe Judge's his shtick that might have worked in college.
Yeah, just not here, not in the NFL, not with 53 grown men listening to you yell and treat you like kids, making you run laps. He made the Giants run laps. That was the stupid part. I remember defending that crap, man. Well, about the Giants running laps during practice. That was so stupid to hear when Judge was the head coach. But you know what? Those times are over. And hopefully our next head coach is someone that the people can take seriously, because it's clear that Kafka isn't being taken seriously. Dable wasn't.
They need someone that will demand respect. Is what they need, because they don't have anyone that they don't. There's nobody on that coaching staff that you could say that this team respects. Even Dable didn't respect.
You know what the Giants should do? I know this is going to sound really stupid. I like Jeff Hafley, the DC from Green Bay. I do.
Yeah, I like Jeff Hafley, and a big part about him is he's a Giant fan. He was a Giant fan growing up.
That's a plus. That is a big plus.
Like how much impact does it have on someone? Probably not a lot, but it's just like, this is a man that understands the history of the Giants, loves the Giants because he grew up a fan of them, and just knows what Giants football should be. So he's an outside guy with the inner workings of, who understands what Giants football should be. You know what I'm saying?
100%. When your head coach is a fan of the team, growing up a fan of the team, that only just strengthens his case that he cares about turning the franchise around. And I think if we hire Hafley, I think that's how you say his name, I think it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I would say he's probably my third choice.
Who's your first? Oh,
Shula and Kubiak.
Oh man, offensive masterminds. Oh, because Hafley's obviously DC, and if he's brought here, I could see him turning to a Mike McDonald role. But if you're gonna have that, you gotta have a great OC or a good OC. Yeah. And honestly, I just can't think of any options out there in terms of guys that could be a good.
The one that we keep saying is McDaniels in Miami, but he's not getting fired.
No, he's staying. I like that for Miami. I do too.
I like that for them.
Yeah, I don't.
Tua's got to go, but that's pretty.
Oh yeah, he is. I heard reports saying that he has taken his last snap in Miami. So
he'll be in Pittsburgh next year. Watch.
All right.
Kyler will be in Pittsburgh next year.
Remind me to write this down as a note, so that way when it happens, we will say that we can say that you said it first.
Yep.
Or you had the news first.
It's either Kyler Murray or Tua Tagovailoa will be Pittsburgh Steelers next year. Or both. We've seen him do both.
Part of me feels like it's the latter, because Kyler Murray I don't know. He gives me Justin Fields vibes on the Steelers.
Yeah.
If he were to go there, Tua in Pittsburgh's system, I think Mike Tomlin's gonna pull it, or not. Sorry, I don't say pull his hair, but I think he's bald.
What hair?
I know. I was mistaken.
Beard? He's gonna sound like ripping his beard out.
Yeah, he's gonna pull his beard out or something. Because, dude, Tua, my goodness, he just needs. You know what? All I'm gonna say is he needs a change of scenery. Hopefully, whatever team he goes to next, whether it is Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because he's shown that's the hard part about Tua, is he has shown flashes. It's just the injuries have definitely taken away the ceiling we all thought of him. But he could probably be a game manager. I don't see why not.
I feel like Cleveland's gonna do some stupid crap and sign Tua.
Because it's Cleveland, they always do stupid crap.
God, dude.
We're still not out of the woods with Deshaun Watson returning this year.
That is true. They did open the practice window for him.
That's a problem. The fact that we're talking about Deshaun Watson might be taking a snap this year. Okay. I don't care what you think of Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. You can think both of them suck. Both of them should be starting over Deshaun Watson. What are we doing?
Well, If they want to win,
why would you want to win?
Okay, I'm just saying Deshaun Watson does give him the best chance to win.
How? He hasn't played in over a year.
Yeah, but he has the resume, and he has.
Yeah, but he looked like crap when he was on the field. Like he's not looked good as a Brown quarterback.
Give him another shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, just I'm kidding. No, in all seriousness,
all his success came when he was with Houston, and yeah, he was probably a top 10 quarterback. You could argue top 5 when he was with Houston. With Cleveland, the guy doesn't look like he can throw a football.
In all seriousness, just keep playing Shedeur Sanders. I think he needs to continue
to learn.
You didn't
play Shedeur or Gabriel. You have to play one of the two. You have to play a young guy.
No, you do not. You cannot play the latter anymore. I hate that MFer.
You hated him from the beginning, though. You hated him
because he was ass, and he showed he was ass.
I agree with you, but like I don't think Shedeur Sanders is much better.
I'm just saying Shedeur completed a pass 20 yards down the field more than freaking Gabriel's bum ass. But I digress.
To the other team, right? Though.
At least it's down the field. So I'm just saying, like, at least he's pushing it down the field. Shit, Gabriel couldn't do any of that. Because he just.
I don't think either one of them have looked particularly good.
For sure.
I think Shedeur's look better, but that's okay. At best, Shedeur Sanders is a worse version of Kirk Cousins. At best.
Well, we'll take if Browns will take that, or Browns.
Well, the Browns will take that because the best quarterback is Baker Mayfield with one shoulder.
They should sign Kirk Cousins. They should go get Kirk Cousins, bro. Yeah. Browns fans, we have a solution. Do not draft. Okay, if they draft the quarterback, oh god. All the Shedeur supporters will be like, "Oh my god!" Like the Browns gave him a Shedeur Sanders.
Oh my god, guys, he's not that good. Like you can see it. He's fine at best.
He's shown flashes, but he's 1-4 as a starter now.
He's shown flashes, but like he's playing very much like a 5th round pick. Like
damn right,
very much living up to the 5th round.
He needs a full off season. And he needs reps, man.
And he needs an offensive genius to teach out all the stupid stuff that his dad didn't teach out of him. Like, I don't know. Don't play hero ball. Don't hold on to the ball for 8 seconds.
Okay. And stop tapping the ball. There we go.
Stop tapping the damn ball.
He taps the ball. But when you have a crap offensive line and receivers like Jerry Jeudy who just don't catch the football.
Okay, but you can't hold on to the ball for 8 seconds. I don't care how bad the offensive line is. He literally hangs on to the ball for so long. You could put the Dallas offensive line from 5 years ago. That was like one of the greatest we've ever seen. He'd still be getting sacked because he hangs onto the ball for too long.
Fair enough. Oh, this is fun. Browns. I don't want look, I know the quarterback class is weak this year. I know you have Mendoza. I know you have Dante Moore. I think Nussmeier is declaring too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Why would oh my god, poor Nussmeier.
Yeah, let me look up actually.
Does he have another year? Because he should just stay.
I honestly
try again, buddy.
He should. Okay, here we go. So far we have Simpson, Moore, Sellers is returning. Mendoza, Nussmeier, Carson Beck, John Mateer.
Oh yeah, he's out of eligibility. Yeah, so he's screwed. He has to go.
Who? You said
Nussmeier.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
No, I looked it up. He's out of eligibility. He
has to declare.
Yeah, he has to go. I mean, he probably could benefit from transferring, going somewhere else, and rebuilding his stock at Tulane. But
here's the thing. I get it. The QB class is sort of weak this year, but I don't want any of these guys going to Cleveland, man. They'll just die.
No should ever go to Cleveland.
And any player that goes to Cleveland goes there to die.
Yeah,
it's not as you don't.
I'm shocked. Myles Garrett, you got it right the first time demanding a trade. Why you signed that extension is beyond me.
Yeah, hey, money talks. Money talks.
This is an organization that hired a baseball guy to run football operations. Paul DiBattista.
Who's that?
So Paul DePotesta used to be for like 10 years for the Browns. He's now the president of baseball operation with the Rockies. He was like, so he ran football operations for years. His claim to fame, you know, Jonah Hill and Moneyball?
I do.
That's him. Paul DePotesta, they didn't use his name, and Jonah Hill is kind of a mix of a bunch of different people, but the main person they based Jonah Hill's character off in Moneyball is Paul DePotesta. It was like Billy Beane's like top advisors when he was running the A's. That is DePotesta's claim to fame in the sports world. And the Browns saw that as like, let's bring analytics to football. Get DePotesta. How about you get a football analytics, guys? Pro Football Focus been doing football analytics for years. Say whatever you want about them. They have a better idea of what analytics are than DePotesta.
What the fuck?
I'm not even joking. It's 100% true. He's running baseball operations for the Rockies right now. He's a Rockies.
That's why they're ass.
Well, he got hired he got hired 2 months ago.
Oh, they're still gonna be ass.
Yeah, it's the Rockies. They're run by morons.
Oh my god, dude, they are just they will never win the NL West for the rest. Well, they were going to win the NL West
to begin with. You got the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Dodgers win the NL West for the next 10 years.
Dude, they have so much deferred money. It's not even funny.
It's gonna come back at some point.
They're gonna
have 5 rings by then. It won't matter.
True.
If the Mets were doing what the Dodgers do, won 5 rings, but in like 2035, like everything collapsed, I'd be like, all right, we won 5 rings with that core. This is fine.
Let's be broke. You know, let's just
be broke. I was broke for the first 18 years of my Mets fandom. I'll be fine being broke now with my 5 championships.
Rings matter, baby.
Yeah. Oh, the Mets suck today? I'm going to go watch the 2024 documentary.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I can't say the same for, I used to be a Phillies fan, so I can say I can watch the 2022 highlights when they made the World Series.
What's the 08 highlights?
I love that documentary on the 08 Phillies. Cole Hamels, baby. Brett Myers. Joe Blanton when he hit that dinger. Holy crap.
I love how everyone said you didn't say like Utley, Rollins, Howard, like
okay,
the core of that team.
I was gonna get there.
No, I know. It's just very funny.
I promise I knew what I was talking about.
I said 08 Phillies, the first person you thought of was Cole Hamels. Like not even the best pitcher on that team. Wasn't Roy Halladay on that team?
He was not. He came.
It was the year after him.
Yeah, year after.
Okay, never mind.
Doc was a stud.
Roy Halladay in 2010. That's when he became a Philly. All right, my bad.
Rest in peace, by the way, to the
Rest in peace, Roy Halladay.
Doc was a stud, man, from what I remember. But Cole Hamels, dude, 4-0 in that in the postseason in 08. Brett Myers was solid number 2. Jamie Moyer with his old ass. He was like 41 when he pitched in Game 3. Man was old, but he got the job done for Philly. Joe Bland pitched in Game 4. He had a dinger against the Rays in the World Series. That was nice. Pedro Feliz. That was a clutch hit in Game 5 to seal the deal for Philly. Sorry,
rain delay where they just played an Obama documentary.
On TV.
On TV, yeah. I remember being at my aunt and uncle's house. They're babysitting me. And I'm like, can we just check? I don't know, I was 7 years old. I'm like, can we check the World Series, guys? Like, let's stop watching this stupid show. I'm like, all right, we'll turn it on for a little bit. And it was a rain delay. And as soon as the rain delay, it like flipped to like a 10-minute commercial about Obama. And now maybe I was like just 7 years old and just could not care less about the presidential race. So it seemed like 10 minutes. It was just very funny. Just like, well, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah, this is not what I want to watch. Like, I want to watch baseball. Why the hell talk about
who is this man?
Who is this?
I mean, cool. You got the same. I mean, my name starts with B. His name starts with B. That's cool. I like that.
Cool, right? Other than that, why is he on my TV?
Yeah, other than that, why is this guy on my television? Put the Rays game back on.
Does he play sports? No, he apparently does not. So why should I care?
This dude's a White Sox fan? What are we doing here?
Did not even know that actually until now that he's a White Sox fan.
Yeah, I was a big White Sox fan.
That poor soul.
Yeah,
Murakami though signing with the White Sox. Holy crap, we've gone. Okay, you know what? We're gonna make this short because we've clearly gone off the freaking rails. I hate talking about this team anyways, but we've lost 9 straight. Why are we talking about them anyways? Okay, let's just make it quick. Lack of creativity from play calling. You can blame the lack of dependable receivers all you want for the Giants. At the end of the day, there's just too many instances where, as fans and as watchers, we could guess what the Giants are wanting to freaking do on Sunday, and of course, previous weeks as well. There are too many short passes and screens to running backs or whoever we were throwing the ball to. Like I said earlier, we didn't complete a pass into the 2-minute warning in the first half. The run game, did it work? Sure. But then again, teams are going to catch on, and that's what Minnesota did. The Giants averaged 4.8 yards per carry in the first half, ended up averaging 4.1. I know it's a small decrease, but the Vikings defense, it kind of does show the Vikings defense to figure it out. Cool. So Kafka, FU, as Brian just disconnected. We'll get him back shortly. Mike Kafka, FU, you are trash. And I don't want to ever see you ever again on this Giants team or associated with the Giants as Brian has returned ever again.
Brain just went blank for a second.
Yeah, you're good. I was saying, like, I don't want to see Kafka ever again after this year associated with New York. Fire everyone that's on that staff except Carmen Bricillo, please.
That's the worst part is this offensive line is like a top 10 unit in the league.
I know. I'm praying the new GM or the new head coach, whoever the case may be, is like, just keep Bricillo.
Listen, fantastic. I don't want John Mara to meddle anymore. But if Mara wants to meddle and be like, I don't care what you do, Carmen Bricillo does not get fired. Do you do? Go off, King.
There you go. Yeah, you go. That's one decision we can actually support Mara making if he does make that decision.
It's like, man, Mara does no ball.
Yeah. Speaking of that O-line, that O-line on Sunday they were dropping like flies. Entering the game, Runyon was inactive because he was having a kid. The ninth Giant
Mazel tov to the Runyons, by the way.
Yeah, ninth Mazel tov we're giving to a Giants player because so many freaking guys are having kids. And that's
guys, stop having kids during the season.
Yeah, wait till make them now, and then that way you won't be affected. No, actually, no. If they make them now,
it out. No.
No,
it's now because December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, have them now.
Perfect. Yeah, don't wait till freaking February, and then it's gonna affect it's gonna affect your availability in the regular season. But you know what?
Once the Mets, everyone's just popping out kids, and some guys are like, guys, stop! No more, please. No more.
No, it's dead ass. But yeah, Andrew Thomas got hurt. That was unfortunate.
That was brutal. When I saw Thomas went down, I'm like, oh god, that's the last. Because then, I mean, that's a true test of his offensive line. But I'm like, please don't go down, Thomas. We all see what this line does without you.
He was gonna make the Pro Bowl, then he got hurt, and then everything just went down to crap. But that's okay. Just honestly, if I'm AT, I know he's already stated if he can, he will go for these next couple weeks. Honestly, please don't. Just wait till next year. I don't want.
I love you, AT. I love that you want to do it. You're good.
You're good. You did enough this year. When you came back, the offensive line fixed itself. You were great. JMS also got hurt with the hand injury, I think, late or early in the second half. He should be okay as well. And he's someone that has definitely turned things around for the better. So I'm really happy that he's taken that next step, and hopefully that continues for JMS. But our O-line at one point was Bo, it was Aaron Stinney, and it was Schlotman. And that whole left side, from that center to the left side, it was just dog crap. I think Darts got sacked 5 times total against or by Minnesota. So defensively, proud of you boys. Brian Burns, loved. There was a particular second down play when Burns got the sack, and him and Abdul Carr were doing the Spider-Man celebration together.
Yes.
And I was like, yes, please, the past versus the future, getting things done. I think so that was fun, but Burns' second sack where he hit the F out of JJ McCarthy. Oh boy, I love that hit. And then that obviously McCarthy fumbled, and that led to the touchdown or fumble recovery.
That's why I thought we had a shot. I'm like, oh, we're still in this.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna come back, and then we didn't.
Dude. Oh, with the pick 6 by Holland. Oh, we had it.
How was it dual quarter offsides? I've watched that.
The hand was on the line. I don't mean to be biased. If I can pull it up, I will.
Yeah, no, I believe you, and I'm like, I know I'm missing something, but like this seems ticky tacky at best.
Yeah, if I pull up the clip, it might get copyrighted. So I
no, don't do that. Don't do that.
But like, if y'all look it up, look, his
like I said,
hand
I'm
is like
I'm
right
definitely
there.
missing something here. But like I'm watching it like live, and I'm like, I'm not seeing the offsides.
Yeah, like they threw the flag immediately after the snap, so I'm like,
I did see that. I'm like, okay, they're definitely caught something.
But I was like, that ruined the whole. Oh, that was. He ran it all the way back. It would have been what 10-3 in the second quarter.
Yeah,
for the Giants. Unfortunate, really. But you know what? Hey, defense. Otherwise, they played a great game. Burns had 2 sacks. Adipa had his first interception on the year. Finally, geez, took him long enough. Javon Holland had that pick 6 play that would have been a touchdown, of course. Newman had that touchdown for fumble recovery for a touchdown, like we just mentioned.
Yeah, the secondary stepped up this week.
Yeah, wow. Newman was a lot more in the box. In this one, which I liked. I know Jefferson had his bounce back game of like 5 catches for 85 yards, but like other than that, like 6 catches for 85 yards.
Back game for Justin Jefferson. That's just like getting on track.
There you go, because he's been
he's looked lost all season. Like him and McCarthy just do not have a chemistry at all.
He needs Kirk Cousins back. I tell you.
I can tell you
but
we build good chemistry with him.
I'm telling you, man. If we trade down with the Jets, I'd offer one of those picks and one of those futures number 1 for a future number 1 for Justin Jefferson. I would. Abdul Carter, man. Oh my God, he has turned things around. Holy crap! You see his sack on Brosmer in the 4th quarter. He spun off the center so freaking fast. The center was grasping for him. No shot, and Carter sacked the Brosmer, and he did the Darth Vader thing. Oh, I love that celebration.
Force choke.
Oh, that's how it's called?
It's called a force choke, yes. You're choking someone with the force.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the name. But no, Abdul was great. He's really turned things around, and I'm really happy for him. He's only going to continue to get better, man. Whether you line him up on the inside or the outside, like there were so many times on Sunday where I saw him like just make moves off defenders. There was another point in time during the game. The Vikings were in the red zone. Carter, he first, when this ball was snapped, he was going up against Hawkinson, ripped through him easily. Then the right tackle was in his way, ripped through him, and then was like right at McCarthy, and McCarthy had to scrabble to the left side. But as he was rolling out left, McCarthy turned around, and all of a sudden, Chauncey Golston hit the crap out of him for another sack. So Carter's he's causing pressure, he's getting sacks, he's forcing turnovers. These past few games, he has been playing like the number 3 overall pick we signed that we drafted him to be. And credit to him, credit to the staff for and Brian, you mentioned this before. If Kafka has done one thing right, it's bring discipline back to New York or to the team. And Abdul Carter is an example of what happens when you do bring discipline to said team. So we unfortunately did not go do this game unscathed. Newbin got hurt, Flock got hurt, which led to Deontay Banks, by the way, being on the field defense. And then he actually proceeded to allow a big outside run to Aaron Jones.
Shocking.
I know. He's a crap run defender, I tell you.
Only 2 more weeks with him, because I bet you that this new GM's going to come in here, and I bet you Mr. Hyatt will get his walking papers. I bet you Dante Banks will get his walking papers. And I bet Darius Slayton will do whatever it takes to get him off the roster.
$36 million, dog.
$36 million. That might be the worst contract, Joe Shane. Okay, here's a good question. Which contract is worse? Kenny Galladay's contract or Darius Slayton's? I think it's Slayton's contract, 100%.
Oh, for sure, because Galladay did something.
Yeah,
he didn't drop passes. Like, sure, he was out there.
When you signed Galladay, you were signing him for like the player he was. He was a number 1 wide receiver. He was good. He had a lot of upside. It just didn't work out in for the Giants. Slayton was already at best a questionable wide receiver. and then you give him $36 million.
Yeah. What bothered me was that it was in the fourth quarter. So Minnesota scored kicked the field goal, made it 16-13. Giants had a chance to drive down the field, tie the game up, and we score a touchdown. With the latter being a possibility because on 2nd and 9 with 3:28, Dart targeted Slayton on a slant pass. And when I saw the play, it took me back to, I think it was 2016. It was a game against Baltimore, and Eli threw a slant to Odell, and Odell took it all the way for a touchdown to seal the deal.
Right.
Literally, it looked like the same situation on Sunday when Dart targeted Slayton on that slant route. And I swear to God, I will put some of my life savings on this. If Slayton just held on to that football, he would have been gone for a tutty.
Yeah.
The ball was in his hands. And I was like, oh my God, he is going to go all the freaking way. And then I saw him lose control of the ball and he dropped it. And I was like,
yeah.
Like
how
bad can you be? How bad? How bad can you be?
Yeah,
I just don't understand how bad can you be to just drop passes like it's. You are a wide receiver, dog. Like what happened? Like why? Like we talked about Theo Johnson dropping passes, but we still have hope for. Oh, you still have hope for him. I have slim hope, but it's like.
No, I have hope. I just want a veteran behind him in case.
It's just like, dog, why is it so hard to catch a football? You get paid.
I don't know why that's a problem.
Every single week. You get paid like thousands on the dollar with your checks. Oh, unless you're DK Metcalf, but we'll get into that maybe later. But you get paid millions, dog, every year to draw passes. Like, are you freaking kidding me, dude?
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. It's pathetic. It's really what it is. It's pathetic at the end of the day.
Goodness. Yeah. And obviously, that drop just deflated all the hope in the Giants' sails, and Andrew Van Ginkel sealed the game with the sack on Dart, and then Aaron Jones completely sealed it with his 3rd down and 8 run up the middle.
Yep.
So hate this team. Kafka, screw you. You need to like let Dart just figure things out. Let him roam free. You're probably not gonna do that. So you know what? Keep up the tanking job, Kafka. Because we have the Raiders this week. And Ashton
Jennings will run all over us.
Yes.
That's it.
And yeah, that is your game preview as well for Giants Raiders.
We're gonna lose, guys. We're gonna lose, and we should want to lose to get the 1st overall pick, trade back, and build a team around Dart. That's
exactly. Give the new GM as much.
If you want a new GM, you should want the Giants. We never want the Giants to lose. Like when Sunday comes around, I'm gonna be cheering, and if the Giants win, I'm gonna be happy because I want them to win. But I could say as a greater picture that if you want a new GM here, getting the 1st overall pick makes it much more appealing to get the guy they want. Because you come in here, it's like, all right, I got a franchise quarterback, most likely. I got some pieces with Neighbors and Scotty who I can build around. I got it on paper, a solid defense that I just need to probably add some depth to and tweak some things in the secondary. I'm not saying that there's not work to do, but a 1st overall pick helps out a lot.
You're damn right. What are between trading the pick to keeping it? What chances do you give each? Is like an 80-20 split?
I say 80-20, yeah. It's a major mistake if they hold on to this pick.
Yeah. So who do we get at number 1? Reese?
Yeah.
Man has like 1 sack on the year.
Yeah.
Half a sack.
No, I mean, I saw. Let's check Tankathon. Let's see what Tankathon says.
I guarantee you.
It's Reese. It's Reese. Reese is probably the guy they all talk about.
Why? He only had one good. Oh my god.
No, they have to trade down to like. I like 6. I like 4. I like 8. I like 10. Those are kind of where I would go. I want to stay inside the top 10.
Where are the Rams at?
Rams are outside the top 10. They are currently.
For some reason, I've seen a lot of mock drafts with him. Hell no. I am not dropping down 10 spots.
I mean, I could drop to 11 if they threw in 28 and a few more sweeteners.
I think they have 2 number 1s this year.
Yeah, 28. So 11 and 28 is what they have right now.
Still would have won it. I'm trading down with the Jets. That is the
Jets aren't bad. They have 2 first. Yeah, you get 11. Actually, you get 11 and you also get 18.
Yes, sir.
Because the Colts are going to have a pick inside the top 20.
Right.
So you get 2 top 20. The Jets probably have the best offer for us because they're off for us 4 and 18.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to put the dots together. Gotcha. 4-18. We will also ask for the number 1 next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely with the Jets.
Mm-hmm. So I think the Jets are your best. The Jets are like, we should probably that'd be a great show during the offseason. Like a tier list, teams to trade back with. I think the Jets are like 1-1 S tier, then you go from there.
Yeah, we could put the Rams at the bottom. But Jets, hey, little brother.
The Rams at the bottom. I think they could make a compelling case.
Yeah,
it depends on where they finish. Because, like, if the Rams get upset first round, well, now you're talking like 21, 22.
Yeah, and so the pick that's in the top 20 right now.
Yeah.
Whose pick is that?
That's the Falcons pick.
Oh, but they're winning though, aren't they?
They're winning, but the Falcons' next 2 games, they could be. I don't know. So the Falcons play the Rams on Monday night. So that's kind of Actually, no, that doesn't do anything because the Rams are going to make the playoffs, so their pick doesn't matter. So they'll lose that game, and then they have a game against the Saints. That's not exactly an easy win. Tyler Shuck is shown fine, so there's a chance the Rams pick goes from 11 to like 8, 7.
Okay,
then we're talking.
Okay, all right, we got something. But man, that Jets package looks so appealing.
Oh,
plus, hey,
like I said, I will say the Jets package looks the best. I'm just saying the Rams package could be good as well.
True. If little brother wants a quarterback, little brother can get himself a quarterback. But he got trade a haul for a quarter. Hey, I know this is unrealistic, but 3 first-round picks and Garrett Wilson.
That will never happen unless we're sending like Thibs back their way.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but he's barely gonna get time here. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. Hey, if it's 3 first-round picks and Garrett Wilson, it costs you a first-round pick and a player that's not like Dart, Scottaboo, Carter, Neighbors, Burns, you do it.
Yeah, get yourself a receiver number 2 in the trade.
I would do like if even the Jets called me like, we'll take the first-round pick and Andrew Thomas for 3 firsts and Garrett Wilson. I'm not saying no immediately. I'm definitely thinking about it.
Thinking about it, yeah, because you could get yourself a left tackle.
And Thomas has shown he's got an injury history. He's not exactly. He's not a spring chicken, and he's not exactly the most healthy player in the world.
Yes, sir. We love AT though when he's healthy.
We love AT. I'm 50-50 on it, but like it's not a hang up with him. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's a lot.
Yeah. Now, then again, they probably don't need a left tackle because they have Membo on the right, and then who's?
Yeah, I was more just throwing out like just like a hype, like.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, would you trade Andrew Thomas for that package? Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Oh hell yeah! No. For sure.
The only untouchable guys are Dart, Scottaboo, Neighbors, Burns, Carter. Is that it?
Lawrence? No, Lawrence has to be considered for trade. He would have to be considered. He is not the top DT like he used to now.
I would say it's like those 5 are untouchable, and then it's like we'll listen on them, but we'll have to be blown away. And I think Dex and Thomas fall into that category. Listening, but have to be blown away.
That's another tier list that should be looked into for this offseason. There you go. But yeah, you know what? Otherwise, Giants, if we lose on Sunday, that would be our 10th straight loss, which would tie the record for most in a row in franchise history.
Yeah, you wonder why they're showing off the rails? That's why. Because we can't keep sitting here week in and week out and say the same thing over and over again. This team lost. This coach sucks. This player sucks. Yeah, it's the same guy. Constantly.
Yeah, I know. We did have a lot of fun discussing other stuff and going off the
I don't even
rails.
know how we got to Obama.
I have no clue either. But you know what? Welcome to the Third and 10 podcast. All right, let's get the overreactions out the way.
You know, like, did you ever see there was a meme back in Avengers Endgame when Avengers Infinity War came out? It's like, I'm gonna give you spoilers to Avengers Endgame of Avengers Infinity War, but unless you see the movie, it's not gonna make any sense. And it was like a rabbit, it was like 3 pictures, it was like 4 pictures that were just seeing random, but if you watched Infinity War, you could pick up what each one was saying. Like the rabbit was Thor calling Rocket Rabbit all the time.
Ah, yes.
Yes. One of them was the kid where he does the peace out logo and he disappears.
Peter Parker.
That's just everyone getting snapped.
Okay.
So, but it wasn't him disappearing. It was just him doing this. Like if you knew the meme where he goes that,
gotcha.
So it's like, oh, that's how that was one of them.
Yes.
One of them had something to do with the shields in Wakanda when the dogs were running at them and they're running into the shield.
That was Infinity War?
Yeah, that big battle, yeah.
That was Endgame.
No. I mean, I think the dogs were in Endgame too, but they're in Wakanda. They're all fighting.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, it was that one. Gotcha. And then there was one more. It was like a city or something that you had to it's this.
The beginning scene?
I think it was that. No, maybe it was something to do with the Soul Stone. I forgot what it was, but it was like those 4 pictures, and it's like we should do that for this show, where it's just a picture of Obama, a picture of the rain delay, and it's here's spoilers for today's third 10 episode with no context.
It's Obama, rain. What would be another one? Let's see.
It's Obama, a kid rooting for the Giants because we talked about him. It's Joe Judge diving in the mud, and it should be.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm actually gonna make this.
That's a good tweet to
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm gonna
promote the episode per se.
I'm gonna make this
Fantastic. I love the idea.
Man, what's one more thing we do? Oh, the squirrel, because we're gonna talk about Jeff McNeil. Boom, done.
Yes. There you go. Perfect. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna get to McNeil actually in a second. But we'll get to our overreaction segment, also known as instant replay. Here on this show. As if this is your first time listening to this segment, I give Brian 5 games with an overreaction statement or question, and Brian says yes, overreaction, or no. So here we go. Bears 30, Packers 27. Holy crap, that was a game on Saturday. It's weird that we're saying there was an NFL game on Saturday, but it's that time
I was surprised there was an NFL game on Saturday with the playoffs going on.
Me too. Texas A&M, what the F, man? You really?
But it happens. Conferences are too big. Texas A&M played nobody all year in the SEC. Conferences are way too big. They have to go back. They have to go back to the Power 5 or Power 6. Power 6. Big East, ACC, Big 12, Big 10, Pac-12.
That's SEC. Ass, dude. Shout out to Miami. Miami wasn't that great either, but they pulled it off. So
no, they weren't great either, and they got the porn star on the thing.
I know.
Oh, they got a Bella.
Shout out. She is a
right away.
She's a fantastic actress. That's all we're gonna say. That is all we're gonna say. Yeah, no, look, NFL game on Saturday, definitely not what we're used to seeing, but it was one great game at least with the Bears Packers. Bears put off one of the best comebacks of the season after Caleb Williams threw an outstanding ball to DJ Moore, and the fact that Moore just caught the ball, scored a touchdown, and just laid on his back with his arm stretched out, as tired as he was, I don't blame him. But that was one of the plays of the year. Shout out to Chicago, man. They've now won 6 wins after trailing in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, which is the most since the
shout out Ben Johnson. That's what you do,
dude. He is turned things around. Coach of the year candidate between him and Vrabel, and honestly, you can throw in Liam Cohen too. But Jacksonville, what they have going on over there, but the Bears definitely turning things around for sure, or have turned things around for sure. And honestly, my friend, I think the Bears are the most dangerous team in the NFC.
Yeah, I think so, because they're a team that's definitely playing above. They're a year early, I would say, because I think give them a couple of years, they're going to run the NFC possibly. But you look at the other contenders in the NFC, like I don't trust the Eagles at all. Maybe like the only team I think could be more dangerous is the Seahawks, but we've seen Sam Darnold implode in those 4 interception type games. So I think the winner of the NFC is going to be whoever gets hot at the right time, and maybe this is the Bears getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, I hope. Hey, they're 11-4. They've clinched the playoff spot with the win. Caleb Williams has been. Hey, there's a reason why he was picked number 1 overall during his draft, and he's not this flashy guy, but he makes the right plays. He has amazing throws like this that we've seen. And what I meant to say, he's not the most flashiest guy in the world, but he can make outstanding plays like he did on Sunday. And shout out to him for just leading his Bears team to wins, man. And obviously they have two solid running backs in DeAndre Swift and Monangai. DJ Moore stepped up, of course, like we just talked about. But you can't forget about guys like Colson Loveland and Luther Burden, who stepped up, of course, as well. And I'm missing. Why am I blanking on the other Bears receiver? Why am I blanking on him?
DJ Moore?
No, the other one. There's another. What's the other Bears receiver? Oh, Odunze. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Odunze. But all those guys have shown up. The O-line's been obviously rebuilt, and they protected Williams well. Defensively, they showed up when the time is needed. Shout out to him, man. And I really do hope they surprise us in the playoffs as well by winning a game, maybe 2. Maybe make the NFC Championship. Who knows? But we'll see. Steelers 29, Lions 24. Definitely a weird ending to that one. Because the Lions had a game-winning touchdown, or they almost did. Yeah, they almost did. Because of 4th and goal, right? And then Amon-Ra caught the pass, lateraled it to Jared Goff, who ran it in for what looked like to be the game-winning score, but offensive pass interference. So that was heartbreaking for sure. Well, I think the funniest thing was when the ref was explaining the play, you could hear the Lions fans like, "Yeah!" Like the line. What the ref
walked in for a touchdown. However, pass interference. Offense. No.
The ref had to say it twice, and I'm just like, when I heard it,
yes,
I was like,
you heard that right. Offensive pass interference.
Oh man, but yeah, dude, Pittsburgh, they pulled it off. That was great. But Detroit, they are the definition of average. It's like they win a game, then they lose a game. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. But now this is their 2nd straight loss. And it's really going to happen, my friend, isn't it? The Lions are going to miss the postseason. That is.
Yeah, it's going to happen. They're at a point right now where it's kind of where the Chiefs were 2 weeks ago, where it's like, yeah, they can still make the playoffs, but they need a lot of help in front of them. That's where the Lions are at this point. So yes. I think it's easy to write off the Lions, and I think you really got to look inwards now if you're a Lions fan, because sure, you lost your coordinators, and I get that. That's a brutal blow. But Kelvin Shepard, I think, has done a fine job as DC. I do. And yeah, it's like, okay, if he's doing a fine job, but we still have all these problems, is it a player thing? Is it a core? Like, is this core got a problem? Like, that's what I think the question has to be right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to describe this Lions this season. I really don't.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
I think we all knew the Lions were going to take a step back this year, but I didn't think we realized it'd be this much.
Yeah. Well, the path is clear. Detroit has to win out. Green Bay has to lose the rest of their games, which is why I mentioned the Lions missing the postseason as my overreaction statement, because it still could happen, especially with the Green Bay situation, because Love got hurt and Malik Willis also got hurt as well. And if Love's going to be out these next couple of weeks, I'm just hypothetically, I don't know what his status is, but if he is out these next couple of weeks, could Detroit maybe pull it off? Because the Packers do have the Ravens and the Vikings to end the year, whereas Detroit, their schedule, they have the Vikings next, which should be a dub. on Christmas, and then they have the Bears. So Week 18 could be a big game for Detroit if things go their way. But yeah, a team that made the NFC Championship last year, it's gonna miss the postseason. So, or it looked like they're going to, unless things need to happen. But I tell you, the Carolina Panthers, man, big fan of theirs.
I love the Panthers right now. I love them. Absolutely love them.
I said they're going to win the damn division. I forgot what episode I said it, but I said it. I know I did. And they're going the NFC freaking South. They move into first place after the 23-20 win over Tampa Bay. They now have a 1-game lead over the division rival. Lathan Ransom with a late interception. But the Panthers give me like a ragtag type of feeling.
Yeah. They're a team of vibes and friendship when we talk about, you know?
Yeah, Bryce Young looked benched last year. He looked depressed as heck last year. Has turned things around this year. Rico Dowdle has been an amazing signing for Carolina, for sure. Ted McMillan, arguably best rookie wide receiver in the draft, has played like it too. And defensively, they have been a very solid unit. So with that being said, they will win the division, but that's not my overreaction statement. They will win their first postseason game since 2016, no matter who they face.
Yeah, we talked about this on Fantasy Live last night. I think they can. I really think this team can make a not a run, but I think they could. They are scrappy enough, playing with like no expectations. They could shock a team that like kind of comes in limping, you know.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, right? When you say like they come in with like not a lot of pressure, like with no expectations, that you said.
Yeah.
Because like when you have expectations that there's a lot of pressure on you. With Carolina, it's like, dog, y'all just made the playoffs. Like no one expected.
Yeah, it's a win. It's a win. Yeah. You won a division against a team that was gonna be the first in the NFC 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, like it's shocking, honestly. And credit to Carolina, like they're going to be the 4th seed if they win the division. They can't, unless Philly just collapses.
How funny would that be if Philly just straight up collapses like a Panther?
Dude, oh my, hey, could happen. Carolina's only 2 game is back, but obviously, if Philly wins this upcoming weekend, then they'll be locked in with at least a 3 seed, and Carolina will be the 4th seed. If they win the division, of course. But hey, if the season ended today, they would post the Niners. And the Niners obviously just showed out last night on Monday Night Football. But the Panthers, man, they have a stingy defense. And to be honest, the receivers for SF, not that great. They could shut them down. You shut down George Kittle and McCaffrey, even though that's a hard task to do. I could see Carolina doing that. Or you could see the Rams, which, like I said, I don't know about the Rams, actually. The Rams are loaded. Damn, that whole NFC West. Holy crap. What the heck? 3 teams in the playoffs. Insane. Anyways, see, there we go. Jaguars 34, Broncos 20. Trevor Lawrence was masterful on Sunday, my friend. 23-36, 279 yards and 3 touchdowns. While he ran for another as well. As Denver's 11-game winning streak is down the drain. I wasn't sure what to say for this one at first.
Okay.
But I thought about it. And I think Trevor Lawrence is now finally showing why he was drafted #1 overall.
Yes. The Jaguars are the hottest team in the league right now. And think about it. They beat the Broncos. And the Broncos all year, they have not looked great, you would say. Like, the defense has been amazing. Don't get me wrong. But that offense has been so inconsistent. But you watch the Broncos week in and week out, and you just knew they were going to figure out a way to win the game. Whether it was a comeback win or, just like a play goes their way, they were going to win a game. And you kind of felt that same way in the Jacksonville games. Like, I've seen this movie so many times. The Broncos second half team want to come back. And then it got later and later. And the Jaguars just kept putting, pedal to the metal. Like, okay, hang on. Jacksonville's got this. So I think this win gives Jacksonville a lot of confidence. I think it gives Trevor Lawrence a lot of confidence because he was a big reason. Now we're talking about like back-to-back weeks of him just putting on unreal performances.
Dude,
He's definitely proven why he's first overall pick. And, there's a lot of unproven teams in the AFC right now. Like the Broncos, I wouldn't say they're questionable. I like the Patriots a lot this year. I think they're a good team, but there's still question marks surrounding them. This is kind of like a big jump for them. Don't be surprised if Jacksonville, with how red hot they are, rattle off a few wins and find himself in a conference championship game. There is no true contender in the AFC. It's kind of one of those things where it's whoever gets hot at the right time. And Jacksonville is red hot right now.
Dude, 7 of the last 8 that they've won, including they're on a current 7-game win. No, is it 6? No, it's that 7-game win streak.
Yeah.
It's are they a 7-game win streak? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Sorry, 6-game winning streak. So yeah, 7 of the last 8 they've won. Like they are insane. Lawrence has the past couple weeks has been insane.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, that's the past 4 weeks. He's had 14 total touchdowns, at least 229 yards passing. Especially these past 3 weeks, he's had a QBR of at least 81. Like he has been absolutely phenomenal. He's run with the football a lot more in these past few weeks as well, which I like to see. He does have some rushing ability to him too. So I think this is a statement win for the Jags. And yeah, Lawrence, man, definitely. You talk about a guy that has turned things around for himself. He is one example right there. So shout out to him, the former Clemson product, showing out. And of course, Monday Night Football last night, SF 48, Colts 27. Grandpa Phil, man. Look, the Niners, obviously, great win for them. And not only did they solidify themselves in the playoffs, but also clinched playoff berths for the Jaguars, Bills, and Chargers in the process. So all those fans can thank the Niners for sealing their fate into the postseason, because all they need, the Jags, Bills, and Chargers, all they needed was a close loss to get into the postseason, and then obviously happened. Niners still control their path to the number 1 seed in the NFC. And I know I just talked about the Panthers, right? And if they have to host the Niners in the playoffs, the Panthers will pull it off. But if the Niners somehow get the number 1 seed, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but they will represent the NFC in the playoffs this year if the playoffs run through SF.
So you're saying the Super Bowl, right? They will represent.
Yes. They will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl if they are the number 1 seed.
I don't think so. They're a very good team. There's a lot riding on them right now. For whatever reason, I just don't trust them. They're kind of quiet. They've not had a lot of attention on them, so they're able to rattle off wins. What's going to happen when the pressure kind of turns up on them and people start really paying attention? Like Brock Purdy's not going to, like Brock Purdy had a career game last night. That's not going to happen for the, I don't think it's going to happen again this season. So I like the Niners. I think they could definitely win a couple games. I just don't see them as a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, that Colts defense was absolutely shredded last night. It wasn't even funny.
But also, a very good Niners defense was shredded by Phil Rivers. Like, that shouldn't be lost.
Well, okay. Well, they've been okay. I think with the Niners, like, they've lost a lot of pieces on defense. Like,
Fred Warner being out is absolutely brutal.
Yeah. But the fact that they're still getting the job done, if their offense just, like, if they do, like, half of what they did last night, because they were on absolute, like, 48 freaking points, man. That's insane. But, like, if they just do half of that, or at least half of that in the playoffs, I feel like they got, like, when you have Christian McCaffrey, when he's healthy, he's arguably one of the best running backs in the league. George Kittle, same thing at his position. The receivers do give me they do give me some concerns, but, like, honestly, the offense runs through McCaffrey and Kittle anyway. So, like, Jawan Jennings is just a supporting piece. And then, Ricky Pearsall is, I guess. I don't know. There's just some feeling where it's like, if they are the number 1 seed, they're gonna pull it off, and and there's gonna be this whole storyline, like, the Super Bowl is in SF, and the Niners are representing the NFC in the Super Bowl and their home stadium.
No, not the float, not that float again. The damn float commercial.
Come on, ride the boat.
No.
Yeah. Come on. It's catchy. I like it.
No.
Danny, all right. Fine. Well, that is it for our Week 16 instant replay. Only a couple more weeks of this, and that'll do it for the regular season. We are for the Giants. We're praying for the regular season to be over as soon as possible, so we can, talk about the offseason and whatnot. But when football ends, baseball's around the corner, and we have
baseball. Already reported when
You're damn right. You're damn right. And seems like every week now we're starting to get more baseball headlines. Of course, I'm not sure we discussed it earlier, but Bryce Harper announced he will be be playing in the WBC for Team USA. So that's cool to see. He'll be joining Kyle Schwarber as a teammate. But more importantly, Mets talk. Jeff McNeil no longer a Met. Why is this the case? I thought we wanted to bring him back, and why the? Oh, we did not.
No.
Okay. Why the heck did we send him to the A's?
So the A's, I think, were the only team that were willing to take him. There was some talk for the Pirates, but like after the Brandon Lowe trade, they weren't going to do that deal anymore. And look, Jeff McNeil will be remembered as a good Met. He was a good Met, had a good career here, had some very, some moments. But at the same time, I said this in my TikTok yesterday, time has run its course here. He, after signing that extension, he never really got back to the player he once was. Like he batted, 326 in 2022. He didn't even the closest he ever got to that was 270. He went away from like that slapstick hitter he was. And he was like, no, I'm going to hit for more power. Okay, dude, but the most home runs you ever hit was 12. That was only 3 more in 2022. And your highest slugging percentage was 411, lower than your 2022 season. So it's just like his hitting philosophy just didn't work anymore. He's a player in decline, as the stats show. Entering his age 34 season, he's going to be a fine player. And I think a change of scenery will help him out a little bit. But with all the drama with him and Lindor in the locker room, him smashing his helmet and stuff didn't really go over well in the locker room as well. It just kind of feel like one of those things where just it was over, time to move on. And when you move on from other core pieces like Pete Alonso and Brandon Nimmo, you couldn't keep Jeff McNeil around. It's that simple. So
it just wouldn't make sense to it wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make sense. It's a salary dump. It's one of those things where he didn't have a role in this team with Polanco here and all the young players the Mets have. So it's just one of those things. It's like addition by subtraction. We thank McNeil for his service. He was a good Met. He will, he'll be remembered. He'll be a fun footnote in history. The Squirrel nickname is fun. Nick hits, all that sort of stuff. Great hitter in 2022. Won the batting title, first batting title since Jose Reyes. So he had a good Mets tenure. I'm happy for him. I'm excited to see what he does in Oakland because he should be a starting player every single day over there in Oakland. Should be, you'll be your second baseman, correct? Yeah, but hey, no, I think a solid role for him. He could get back to a 260 hitter. I think that's fine.
Yeah. Go A's. Oh, man, we're just getting scraps, man. Tell me, Pittsburgh, man, the Pirates. Oh man, they were gonna get McNeil, and then they got Lowe. It's like, I don't want to play with you anymore.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
It's basically to McNeil, and they're just like, oh, we'll take him. I don't know what the A's are doing. I really don't. Are we trying? I'm sure we're trying to be competitive, or I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying we. I'm an A's fan. I don't know what I am. I mean, they signed Mark Leiter Jr. I don't know if he's good.
Leiter.
Sure, is he good?
He's a solid bullpen arm.
Then he's Leiter to me. Unless he's good, I ain't calling him by his, or I'm not saying his actual name. I'm saying that.
48 innings last year, 4.84 ERA, 1.531 WHIP, and his FIP suggests. Okay, you got a little unlucky. You got a FIP of 3.55.
I find that fascinating. I loved your explanation on the FIP
Williams.
and yes, that was fascinating. So, all right, fine. That gives me some hope, but still, oh, we suck. You know our leadoff hitter is gonna be Nick Kurtz next year, apparently.
No way, Nick Kurtz is gonna be your leadoff hitter.
Dude, that's what they're saying though.
Oh my god, you guys gotta get a leadoff hitter then. You gotta get speed.
That's what I was thinking. So I was like, why would you? Why
is he a catcher?
No, first baseman.
That's even worse. Oh, good lord. What are we doing? What are we doing as a franchise?
That's what I'm saying. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's Talking Baseball, right? I think they reposted that. They posted.
Please tell me it's Talking Baseball and I'm talking baseball.
Nope, it's Talking Baseball.
Okay.
Our projected lineup is this: Kurtz, Langeliers, Soderstrom, Rooker, McNeil, Jacob Wilson, Lawrence Butler, Max Muncy, and Denzel Clark.
I'm much right. Jacob Wilson's a leadoff hitter.
That's what I'm saying. Why the heck is he freaking
Wilson makes way more
dog?
sense as a leadoff hitter. Like, he doesn't walk, he doesn't have speed, but does he just hit the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. He gets on base. Yeah. Who cares how he gets on base?
Honestly, if I were to do it, I would put Butler, Wilson, Kurtz. Okay, you know, I don't know. They're just the A's are going to be one of the best home run hitting teams next year. That doesn't mean that's going to lead to wins, but there's going to be a lot of solo dingers. I feel like. I don't know. I just have a feeling. But yeah, go A's. Yeah. I hate Sacramento, man. It's just so depressing. They finally turned on their comments though for their post now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that too. When they first opened them, people were flooding with like Jeff Fisher memes and crap. But I digress. But all right, we have gone for an hour and 30 now. This is a long time. But then again, this will be our only episode for the week. So we appreciate you guys watching and listening to the whole thing. It definitely went off the rails towards the middle of the episode, but I feel like y'all would enjoy that. So you made it this far. We appreciate y'all. And we love y'all. We love y'all's support, obviously. Yeah, that will do it for season 3, episode 64 of the 3rd and 10 podcast. You can follow us on social media as always. You can follow me at Nathan_Nguyen24. You can follow Brian at Brian PG1016 on TikTok. And you can follow our TikTok page at 3rd and 10 podcast as well. Like I said, only episode. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. No game preview episode. I mean, we kind of touched on it for like 30 seconds. We're going to lose to the Raiders, man. I don't know how we're going to do it, but no matter.
If you're going to the game on Sunday, why?
I almost did. You know, I almost got tickets for this one.
You almost got tickets for Giants Raiders?
Yeah, I mean, it was close by. Like, okay, close by, quote unquote, because it's in Vegas.
Is it like a 5-hour drive for you?
Yeah, but
you cannot. No, you cannot drive 5 hours for this game.
Yeah, but like, to start the year, I was thinking like,
that's a horrible way to start your year.
Yeah, I know, but I was thinking like, okay, the Giants with Jackson Dart, like he's gonna be playing, but I'm gonna go see my guy, and then obviously I'm thankful that I didn't spend money to buy tickets for that game because, well, we are 2-13, about to be 2-15 in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Fingers crossed, of course. But yeah. That will do it for Brian. I'm Nate. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to us as well. Shout out to our sponsor, SeatGeek. And you can find all of our other amazing writers, our amazing other podcasts that we work with, along with our article work at bellyupsports.com. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. We will see you guys next week. Next Tuesday, I should say. And yeah, go Giants. Number 1 pick is on the way.